Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your 2022 Oakland mayoral candidate. Well, it's getting cold. It's October. Nights are starting to drop in temperature. We're starting to experience the low 50s here, which isn't too bad yet. But compared to what we were experiencing just a few weeks ago, we were talking about nights in the low 60s. So we're talking a 10-degree temperature drop so far. And as winter approaches in the new year, usually late December, January are the coldest temperatures here in Oakland. And they drop to sometimes a low of 28 degrees out here. And a lot of your morning time temperatures will be near freezing during the months of December, January for the most part. And so we have to look at how to stay warm inside of our shelters. A lot of folks use tents. Some folks have a larger structure like myself. And we have to put a lot of heat into these because they do leak a lot of that heat out because they're not well sealed. And that's by design. So we're not likely to worry about carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, because I have those sensors inside on batteries. But as you remember, last year I bought a turkey roaster. And so here's the turkey roaster by Charbroil. And the reason why I really like this, let me tell you, this worked out really well as a cooker and also a shelter heater. A standard propane tank would give me 52 hours of heat off of this and cooking privilege. And so that worked out really well, but then you have to go get propane. A propane tank is about $18 for a refill. And if you bring two in, I can get it down to about $32. And so not too bad. But then there are times, especially towards the end of the month, where money runs really low. And so sometimes we end up going kind of cold because we run out of propane. But as you know, I was working on some DIYs and trying to create an HVAC system. Well, we ran into a lot of problems with that idea. We found a product that would probably work, but because of budget constraints here, I didn't order it. But instead, I ordered something that will immediately address the cold that's inbound here. This is October. For next month, it'll be getting really cold and then also wet. And then December is the ultimate cold. And December, January are the months where I had the most deaths here in the camp. I've had 3 deaths because of medical and temperature. Temperature playing the most devastating role in a person's passing because they were cold and weren't able to stay warm. So I've done something a little different. I've gone back, I've stepped back temporarily to a previous time where I grew up in the outdoors from a very young age. And we would go out, we'd do hunting, sometimes we'd do fishing, and we had a potbelly stove, a 250-pound potbelly stove that we would drag around in a trailer, along with all of our other camping stuff, and we would stay out in the wild, in the forest or wherever we were, for up to 2 weeks and be very comfortable. We had showers, we had heat, we had cooking facilities in there, everything. And so I decided to go back to that playbook. And what I've done, I ordered an outdoor version of a potbelly stove, but it's not quite a potbelly stove. This is a wood-burning stove, and it's designed for fishing shelters, for tents. Yeah, for a tent. This can actually throw out enough heat into a tent, and also a medium-sized shelter up to about 1,000 feet will be more than sufficiently warm. So anyway, I just got this, just opened it, and I'm going to assemble it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got everything all assembled right now. Here's the stove itself, and I even have a fire going right now. I'm burning it in. As the instruction says, you have to burn it in so that any of the fumes and VOCs that are on the surface get burned off. But you see, it's all steel inside. Got a flue going way up, and it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, this thing is solid. Don't know if you heard that or not, but that's pretty solid. So this is a good piece of equipment for the winter. This is going to get me through, hopefully, through the winter. And as you see, it's a big enough box to handle standard size logs. And so I should be able to put maybe 2 of them in before going to bed at night while the fire's going down low. And then they'll burn all night. It'll keep me warm, or should keep me warm, and hopefully at a less cost, because a small bundle, half a cubic foot or 1 cubic, I think it's 1 cubic foot, sells for about $7. So we'll see how long a cubic foot of wood lasts, and that's about $7. So we'll be able to determine how many hours of burning we'll be able to get with oak logs, and how much heat we're going to get. So this is how we're going to work through this winter while we continue with a more eco-friendly solar HVAC system. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on here. So you see, it's still going, it's burning, and we're going to get this heated up today, get it burned in, try it out tonight. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back.